What if the greatest obstacle to your freedom isn't out there in the world, but in the emotional patterns you silently inherited from your mother? Maybe you've always tried to be the good son, the one who never disappoints. Maybe you find yourself saying yes, even when you want to say no. Or perhaps you've spent years trying to be the man women want while quietly losing touch with who you really are. Today, we're diving into what psychology calls the mother wound, an invisible chain that keeps so many men stuck in old patterns. People-pleasing, fear of rejection, anxiety around setting boundaries, and the deep ache to be loved at all costs. This video isn't about blame, it's about truth. It's about freedom. The mother wound isn't about having a bad mother. It's about the unconscious lessons we absorb growing up. Maybe your mother was anxious, or overprotective, or expected you to be perfect. Maybe she leaned on you for emotional support, or her approval felt just out of reach. These patterns become your silent instructions. Don't upset her. Be nice. You might find yourself constantly seeking women's approval, or becoming addicted to unstable love, or feeling invisible even in a crowd. Don't show anger. Make sure everyone's happy, even if you're not. And so you become the man who listens, but is never heard, who gives but rarely receives, who fades into the background of his own life. Maybe you notice it in relationships, afraid to set boundaries. You say yes when you mean no, hoping to avoid conflict. Or perhaps it shows up at work and able to assert yourself. You take on more than you should. Oh, you go. Always chasing external validation, yet never feeling enough. He was living to avoid disappointing others, especially the women in his life. The mother wound whispers, "If I make everyone happy, maybe I'll finally be worthy of love." Let me tell you about a man named Alex. On the surface, he was the guy everyone could count on, the supportive friend, the reliable boyfriend, the helpful coworker. But beneath, he felt like he was drowning. No matter how hard he tried to please everyone, he felt unseen, unappreciated, and exhausted. It was until Alex learned to look inward to see where these patterns began, that things started to change. He realized he wasn't living for himself. The first step is awareness. The second is courage. Give yourself permission to disappoint others. Learn to say no even when it's uncomfortable. Practice setting boundaries, not to push people away, but to finally make space for yourself. Start listening to your own needs, not just everyone else's. Healing the mother wound is not about rejecting your mother or your past. It's about reclaiming your right to live authentically and to love without fear. You are not broken. You are not selfish for wanting to be yourself. The pattern ends here with you. If this spoke to your heart, comment below. I am the end of the pattern. And subscribe for more soul-deep healing on quiet courage.